next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rio de Janeiro team.
They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January. And he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Davis now. And Thomas has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. Looking to throw. Davis. He's got Thomas yet again complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Davis. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Moss on the give up the middle.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Scott. He finds his man complete. That's Barnett. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Scott hitting Samuel on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Scott. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit.
I
love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Davis to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davis.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10.
Samuel going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep it instead or run up the middle here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Scott had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Scott on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. He's going to have the 1st down and then some.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Looking to throw. Davis. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Davis. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Davis. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks are once again back in front.
Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Something that looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Scott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Fowler. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Scott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now Scott on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Steelers ready for their next possession.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Scott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Scott. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's fielded at the 34.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now. Dorsey. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Looking to throw. Scott, he finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Shoves him aside. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Scott. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Scott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd down and 6 now.
Operating from the gun, Scott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Golden Eagles trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Vikings seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's Scott looking to throw on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll run on first down. It's Fowler.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Scott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now Davis throwing to start the drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, Dorsey, 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fowler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2nd down and 8.
Back to throw. Scott. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Davis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Davis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A gain there of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And defensively they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Scott now to throw on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And the pressure gets to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Well, the Rio offense set to take over. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Frazier to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Chavez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Fowler.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Frazier.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Now Frazier. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Rio offense set to take over.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though...
the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try the left side. It's Fowler.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
To throw is Frazier.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Frazier. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3rd down and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Davis now.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Off play action. Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Davis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And now out come the Steelers.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He finds his man complete. It's Barnett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
Frazier.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steelers first down.
On first down, Frazier. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Frazier. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barnett. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Frazier. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Back to throw. Frazier. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Off the play fake. Frazier. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From a yard out.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Davis now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Davis. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
So now the Steelers down by 11, 2:15 remaining.
On 1st and 10, Frazier. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Back to throw. Frazier. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Crawford.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Frazier. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the slant. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Boy, a third miss of the game right there. By rights, they could be high and dry right now, but instead, this is still a ball game.
And defensively here, you can't let this affect you. You've got to go out and do...
He'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Boy,
so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all